Happy 2023, friends. It's just your old Uncle Larry checking in. It's been a while. Hope you're all doing great. Hope this year is treating you good so far. In its first 4 days, thanks for all the kind words about Marshall's instructional video that he put up. Man, I gotta tell you, it made me so proud. That boy went in that room, one take, and did that video by himself with no help from me. All I helped him with was putting it on YouTube. I couldn't believe it. He went in there and came up with episode 1 of a series of how to teach little kids how to play classic guitar riffs. I'll post a link if you haven't seen it. The comments are turned off, so I thought that was a good idea, because he's only, he's a young boy. So, but it's fun. He's really enjoying it. He says he's going to put one up every Sunday. Following in the old man's footsteps. But yeah, I hope you guys are all good. Things are cool. I already got off to a rocking start this year. I got sessions have already kicked back in, and I got 2 weeks coming up of a session I'm very excited about with Vince Gill and a bunch of old friends. We're going to have some good times. Always enjoy recording with him at his house. He's got a cool studio with lots of cool guitars laying around. You don't have to bring anything over there. But I also wanted to, talk a little bit about that crazy shit that happened in that Bills game the other night. I mean, I've been watching football since I was 7 years old, religiously. And I've never seen anything like that happen in that Bills game. That was some crazy shit. I think that guy's going to be all right. I didn't think, man, it seemed pretty bad at first. I thought he might have died on the field, but I think he's going to be okay. But that was some crazy shit, man. For all that you don't know, there was a guy in the Bills game that damn near got killed in the middle of the game. It was a very strange hit where he got hit in the chest, and it threw the rhythm of his heart off, and he went into cardiac arrest right on the field. Crazy shit. I should answer a few viewer questions if I could find some. Oh, you know what happened yesterday? I was out running errands with the boys, and we stopped by Glazer Instruments, and we ran into Billy Gibbons, and man, that guy is just the coolest guy on earth. He sat and talked with my boys for like an hour, just him and the boys. They were blown away, man. They were already huge ZZ Top fans, and now I think he's basically cemented ZZ Top in their brains as their favorite band, overtaking Queen, which has been in the Beatles, which has been their 2 favorite bands. But yeah, it was so cool to see him. Billy's such a sweet, special guy, man. Just a lovely, lovely guy. Such an original, such a cool person, Takes the time to sit and talk to a couple of hillbilly kids. I thought that was very cool. Right on, Billy Gibbons. He said he would sing a song on that album that Guthrie and I are making. Him and Guthrie are good friends. They hang out all the time. So, boy, I hope we can do something with him. It'd be super fun to have him on a song on a record. That Guthrie record's coming along, by the way. We're working on that. We're going to get that done soon. That's going to be my first order of business as far as this new year goes. What else we got? It's really. Do you guys ever get these emails from this junk email site called Quora Digest? Quora. I don't know. I tried to unsubscribe from these things and I can't. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Do you get them? They say things like, "Who is the dumbest Beatle?" Or they're trying to bring up all these trash subjects where they make fun of the Beatles and all these stuff. It's ridiculous. Have you guys seen this? Quora Digest? Whoever's running this needs to be taken out back and pummeled. And I'm just the man to do it. What else? Let's see what we got in the viewer comment bin. Oh, thanks for the comments about the Gordon video, too. It was great to have him back on the show. He's such a sweet guy. Can you believe that ear that kid has? It's just amazing. He is like a human tuner. I mean, it's not a guess with him. It's like the note goes into his ear and a digital readout comes up on his head of what, it's like he can tell if a note is slightest bit sharp or flat above 440. It's astounding. It really is. I mean, the other people that claim to have perfect pitch are tourists compared to this guy. Let's see. One guy said, "It's all about the camaraderie in the studio, isn't it?" You know what? It is, man. When I retired from sessions years ago, I went through a 3-year period where I didn't do any sessions. I got so burned out. I was fried beyond belief. I opened that little music store and I didn't do any sessions for like 3 years. That is the thing that I missed. I didn't miss playing on the awful pop country music of the day, but I did miss the hang and the people. I mean, as I've said before, running into your buddies, one of your old session buddies at the grocery store is not the same as running to them on a session. See, when you're on a session with people, you have a common problem to solve. You get in the trenches with your buddies and you got to figure out a problem. You got to figure out how to record this song, and it gives you something to bond over. And I mean, these guys are all such great dudes. I mean, the level of intelligence on these sessions with these guys, I mean, the humor, the wit is just always amazed me. I don't think you make it to that level of session guy without being a smart cookie. And these guys are amazing. And like, it is all about the camaraderie. It's like, even on a bad session when the music is terrible, you still got your buds there. And you can still joke around and still laugh. And it's all about that, man. It's a beautiful community. And, and in Nashville, if one of us gets sick or hurt, the other people really, truly do care. They're not just looking to replace the guy. They actually are concerned genuinely about what happened to the person. I remember when I damn near cut my finger off, years ago. The support that I got from I couldn't play for 5 months. The support that I got from the Nashville music community was unbelievable. I mean, I sound like a Hallmark card right now, but it's the truth, man. The people around here are really sweet. It's not competitive. It's not, of course, everyone's trying to get gigs and everything, but it's not cutthroat. It's not competitive. Once you're one of the dudes, you're one of the dudes. You're in the club, and everyone respects you. And it's just how it goes. It's like a giant band with interchangeable members. That's what it is. And I love that part of it. One guy said, "Don't pile on Paul McCartney," talking about that Christmas song. Have you guys ever seen the meme about the Yamaha CS80 and McCartney recording the Christmas song? It's the greatest meme of all time. I'm going to try to figure out how to post it on this video. It's hilarious. No, come on, man. I'm the biggest Paul McCartney fan that ever lived. I mean, the guy he's on my Mount Rushmore. But every once in a while, even a guy like that will make something terrible. Come on. But that guy, his worst songs he's ever written are a million times better than anything I've ever written. So I am not criticizing. Let's see. What else we got? I got my Walgreens readers glasses that don't fit me quite right. I need to get a real pair of glasses. It is time. Like a real prescription or a subscription. Let's see. I think I might need to move off of this video to get some questions. Let's go to another one. Let's go to New Year's Lullaby. Let's go to that video and check out the VCB on that one. Okay. Hey Tom, how about a New Year's resolution? Yes, my New Year's resolution is to really start drinking alcohol. That's what I'm really focused on this year. Quit messing around and really start drinking. That's what I'm doing this year. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. You know when Tom kicks his head back, he's about to play something from the heart. Yeah, is that true? Is that one of my tells? I like to get, sometimes I notice when I'm on stage and I go off on the orbit somewhere, I get my eyes roll back in my head, close my eyes, and I look up when I'm really getting out there. That's always when something good's going on. I think we're gonna, that gig at Third and Lindsay was multi-tracked. Ron was smart enough, the guy that owns the club, to run a Pro Tools multi-track of that gig. So I think I'm gonna have one of my badass engineer buddies remix that live stream and maybe turn the guitar down a little bit, maybe turn the drums up a little bit, and see if we can get that thing sounding like a record, and maybe reattach it, resync it to the video, put a little package together with some B-roll for you guys, because we did have a guy running around doing B-roll. B-roll is a technical term for footage you'll never use. Let's see. Arguably, 95% of the tone comes from the fingertips, 98% in Tom's case. Still, please share your signal chain for the perfect clean strat tone. Look, I think it's 99% actually comes from the fingers for any guitar player. A guy recently emailed me and said, man, I've got some money, and before I die, I want to finally get good tone, and price is no object. I want to buy the exact rig you used on so and so and so and so. And I wrote back to him and I said, dude, that's not it. I could go buy the exact same rig that Eddie Van Halen played in 1977, exactly the same, and I wouldn't even sound anywhere near what he was doing. This is much talked about, much debated about, but I'm here to tell you guys, I have seen indisputable proof in my life that 99% of what comes through speakers is coming from the people's fingers. Okay, for example, I wish I had this on video, but the other day at Blackbird Studio, I was on a session and we were on a lunch break. And I had just gotten this amp back. Let me see if I can show you this. Remember this, these Paul Revere Super Champs from the 80s? These are cool little amps. I had just gotten it back from the shop. Ebo fixed it for me because it was all fucked up. And he brought it back to the studio and said, here you go, man. It's running now. And on a lunch break, I set it there in the live room in Blackbird where we were all playing. I just wanted to hear it. Plugged the cord straight into it, put it up on a road case, and I played a little bit. And Danny Dugmore came walking in, and he goes, "What's this?" And I said, "This is one of those '80s Fender Super Champs." And he goes, "Yeah, I've seen guys using those. Are they any good?" And I said, "Yeah, they're really cool amps, man." He goes, "Yeah." Danny said, "I always thought that was just for guys who couldn't afford real amps." I said, "No, Danny, these are really cool amps. Try it out." So I played through it for a minute, clean with no, and with a little bit of reverb. And then he picked it up and played it. Same guitar, sounded totally different. And then Brian Sutton came walking in, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" I said, showing him this Fender amp here. And then I said, "Try it out, Brian." He picked up the electric and he started playing. Sounded like somebody brought in a totally different amp. I mean, 3 different guys, 3 completely different touches. It sounded like a different amp for every guy. And it's like, gear, when you think about it in these terms, gear, when you're chasing something, is meaningless. What we should be focusing on with gear is whatever gear makes us sound the best that we can sound. find the gear that matches with your hands. Don't try to find the gear that Joe Blow's using that you think sounds great. You know, if you got bright hands, find some shit that you know sort of helps that sound better. If you got dark hands, find something, you know, find something that works with your flesh and bone, you know, because it's meaningless to chase somebody else's tone. You could get the exact same rig and it's not going to be anything like it, not even close. There's no point in even asking what another guy is playing through. It doesn't mean anything because it's not going to be the same when you do it. So I think with an acoustic guitar, the guitar actually matters a little more. I mean, of course, an acoustic guitar is going to sound totally different with each guy playing it, but there is more in common. The guitar itself has properties that are inescapable. They're always going to be there no matter who's playing the guitar. Like Brian Sutton said, the box of any acoustic guitar is basically like an EQ'd room that is inescapable. It sounds the way it sounds no matter who's playing it. You can change certain things about touch, but the guitar is going to be the way it sounds. But that's with electric gear, it's not like that. You know, there's so many variables in electric gear that a signal chain is basically, you know, by the time you get from the guitar, the pick to the strings, to the pickup, to the cable, to the pedals, to the amp, to the speakers, to the mic, there's so many variables in there that there is no inherent quality to any of it. So, you know, quit chasing other people's gear and find the gear that works for you. That's my thought for the day. Okay. See, like this stuff with the old Nobles pedal, right? The Nobles. Like people are always saying, you know, this pedal's got too much bass or it's too dark. Like I've never found that to be the case ever. I mean, I've never once turned on a Nobles pedal and thought, oh, that's too much bass, you know. I've been using those things for 30 years now, and it's like, for the way I play, it's not too much bass. But I understand that maybe for the way some people play, it's too much bass. So there, you know, you have to always sort of factor that in. You know, if somebody makes some sort of blanket statement about a piece of gear, it's really not, it doesn't mean anything because it depends on a case-by-case basis who's playing it. I mean, I've been at gigs where I've heard people playing amazing things. I mean, you know, when I was younger, if I was in a club and I heard somebody playing something really amazing, I would always sort of wander up at the end of the night and look at the rig and see what they were playing through because I just thought, wow, there might be something I can learn here. I remember being in a club one night, seeing some dude he blew my mind. I can't remember what the band was or who the guy was, but I remember this guy just blew my mind with what he was playing. And the echoes were incredible. So at the end of the night, I walked up and I was like, he's got to have some kind of crazy echo device going up there. What is that? And it was one of those pink Dan echoes. And it sounded unbelievable. And that's when I realized, you know, it's like none of this stuff means anything. You know, there's been lots of pedals that I've tried that I hated. And then I go to a club and hear somebody sounding amazing. And I'm like, go look at what they're using. And it's that pedal that I tried that I hated. So none of it means anything. It's like, find some shit that works for you. Boy, I sound like a broken record. What can I show you for one lick, at least to get something out of this video? Okay, here's a cool thing. Get to the point where you can keep straight eighth notes happening with your pick, right? Without diverting. And then play melodies. With your other fingers. You know what I mean? use your middle and your ring finger to get some cool melodies while that's going on. About that guy, he came up with some great riffs, didn't he? Jesus, so many great ones. What about? How about what's the riff he plays on? Man, Angus Young. He rules. All right. See you guys. This is way too long. 25 minutes. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.